Welcome to another installment where the triple threat brain trust attack and everything in between. Wrestling. I, of course, am the Dizzle, joined with the less stealthy unicorn. Oh, Scoot Maury.
You gotta reach and practice
for that pinnacle.
Up there.
Indeed. I know, ladies. Of course, you see, don't see him, but he will jump earlier. He's not gonna leave you hanging. Rob of the IWC. Jaeger, bombastic. So and him roared even louder. Your hearts would explode from excitement, etc.
And etc.
He'll be doing his run. Famous.
Yes. Just be patient.
And it's a virtue. So, as always, force.
All right. So, the first, without being a scoop, we're going to right now. I know y'all have NXT reviews as of late. If you've been keeping up with NXT is very more down than up, but it's up. To be honest, not so much why waste the time, but why discuss something when it's the rebuilding phase? Things to where we're gonna come off, and we don't want to be that way. So you might there. I'm pretty sure, of course, when War Games happen, War Games, but until then, NXT now. So there you go.
Because that's probably a better explain that shit. Because you're right. Mine would have come off from a is I can't get past the agenda pushing and the whole narrative with in attendance are the ones that for me, because don't force me to believe. Like, let me determine it. Let the fans, and I mean, and Dynamite, this Dynamite was, and I'm going to get into why when we get into each of these matches. Everything feels forced, like, a little bit before the match could even build. Then halfway through the match, you're saying fight forever, and then to make that shit that impactful for at least three matches, it's fucking ridiculous.
And boy, on with Toxic Attraction, letting you know that and everything is behind those three ladies. Not deserving, but
no. I get plenty of pieces of my mind, so to speak, but become more and more believable to the point to where I'm fine in tag team champions. At least it feels deserved. Mandy Rose been the same. You should have had her have more matches to up She's not a believable champion to me. None of this feels like it's warranted.
GG though.
Oh yeah, one time for the one time.
Yeah, but yeah. So NXT is NXT right now, and that's good. That's bad. You know, in the middle. I would definitely say, what has definitely became a favorite of mine in this new 2.0. Carmelo Hayes. I'm enjoying him. I'm even starting to get a little soft spot for old Trick, but definitely Carmelo has been proven to be an MVP. Yeah, like I said, NXT is in a weird flux right now. It's NXT, but like I said, when we discuss, y'all of course will see it on the channel at some point. Whether I say something, Mills will say something, whether Jaeger say something, NXT will not be forgotten.
Yeah.
In the words of Sarah, we will remember you. We will. On to some more news. Prime example, people. Talk shit, get hit. See, the issue with a lot of people out here, y'all be behind keyboards and your phone screens talking shit, and you don't expect to suffer consequences. But unfortunately, somebody out here in this world showed y'all what happens with consequences. And if you didn't know, Dana's Brooke fiance went to go see somebody who was talking shit about Dana Brooke and allegedly punched this somebody in the face.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So allegedly, I'm using the word allegedly because has nothing been proven. Allegedly, somebody was talking reckless about Dana Brooke. Dana's fiance allegedly saw these messages. Speaking of, the hot rod here.
I heard Dana Brooke. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, Dana Brooke's fiance allegedly saw these messages towards her, and he allegedly found this person's address, went to go see said person, and decked him in the face. Allegedly.
Damn. Allegedly.
I'm using allegedly for all of this. So, yeah, talk shit, get hit.
For real though.
Let y'all know that.
Oh, that's who it is. Huh.
Yeah. Let y'all know there are
Ulysses
consequences in this world for talking shit.
What was he exactly saying? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Apparently somebody was talking reckless about Dana Brooke.
No.
And
just on her talents and whatnot.
Yeah, and I guess her fiance didn't appreciate it. So he went to go see the person who was talking shit. And
I mean, he did what I would have done, man.
I mean, he did what a lot of guys would do. Because you motherfuckers out there be talking mad reckless out here on these internets and don't be expecting consequences. And when consequences see you, y'all don't know how to act.
Like, hi, my name is Jaeger, and I am consequences.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Next on the docket, for those who are fans of the popular YouTube channel Up Up Down Down, may have noticed that there hasn't been a video posted on Up Up Down Down since October 15th. So if you're doing the math, it's been a solid month. Apparently, there's a bit of a conflict between WWE, Xavier Woods, and the Up Up Down Down creators. Apparently, the Up Up Down Down creators are feeling like WWE is not appreciating what they have with Xavier Woods, so they want WWE to treat Woods a little bit better with this YouTube thing. And I guess it all kind of started when Woods went on ahead and sold Up Up Down Down to WWE, I guess. But apparently, the creators don't want to create for the channel until Woods gets better compensation from Up Up Down Down.
Yeah.
So that's why there hasn't been a video posted in almost a month.
Yeah, that's one of the situations that I agree with them on, because this goes back to the shit with WWE trying to basically handcuff all the Twitch channels, all the YouTube channels, just shit like this, to the point to where they're profiting off of something that they have no involvement in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. It's like, this shows that these guys and these guys and girls can actually make money outside of WWE with no issues. And that also goes to another issue that's a whole nother conversation with WWE not creating new stars, because it's like they're afraid of certain appeal from people that can, become quote unquote bigger than the company.
Well,
So
let's go ahead and kind of discuss it, because it's all rolled into one. Because this is basically the major news. So let's go ahead and kind of discuss it. The issue with something like this is everybody in your company is a wrestler. Yes. But they're more than that. How does it feel to know that you have this uber gamer and uber nerd in Xavier Woods, but you want him to be cuffed as just a wrestler? Think about the outreach he could potentially have now being on G4, that he could potentially bring a viewer or 10 from G4 over to watching Raw, SmackDown, or NXT.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Think about, for instance, Kofi. Kofi being a huge sneakerhead. Kofi could be out there in the world talking to other sneakerheads and be like, oh shit, they got wrestlers who are sneakerheads that could potentially bring in a couple of people over. So you're handcuffing your superstars in ways that you want them to be looked at as a wrestler and only a wrestler. And that's not fair to these individuals who do more than just wrestle.
I completely agree with that. I mean, Kenny's a huge gamer, huge nerd, and
exactly
they are letting him run rampant. I mean, him, Aubrey, I'm missing one, but I mean, they're the ones heading up AEW games.
Hell, almost the whole roster has Twitch pages.
Yeah.
So yeah,
craziness.
It's wild.
I mean, just like Shotzi being a huge horror movie fan.
I'll say that they are letting her do that on her Instagram.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, what if she could start linking up with these people?
Oh, good. Oh, yeah.
She could.
I mean, Shotzi wasn't a couple B horror movies.
Yes, she was.
Yes, she was. And and the tone in Yeager's voice, I know exactly what he's talking about. But yes.
If you don't know, you should find out.
Indeed. But WWE is just it's in a weird place, man. I don't. Scoots covered the shit about the Survivor Series. It's just all of it's fucking weird. I commented on it on my opinions on how I felt about it. I left it at that. But
look, I'm gonna tell you how bad it's gotten. Boss, shout out to Cosmic Boss of the Less Than Stealthy Ninjas. He hit me up on our stream yesterday because apparently Kotaku has written an article saying more than 70 WWE employees have been released this year. And he hit me up like, what is going on over there? And yesterday on the stream, I kind of explained to him what's kind of going on. So obviously, if a well-popular gaming website is kind of like, hey, what's going on in WWE, guys? Obviously, something is starting to be a little wrong here.
How did he react when you told him budget cuts?
It was kind of like, well, Aranya, shout out to Aranya. She was on the stream too, and they were both like bullshit. Like bullshit. And then I was like, because I basically broke down and tell them it's not the fact of them releasing the talent that has people upset. It's the fact that they wasted these people's years.
Yep.
That really has the more people upset, that these people could have been doing other things and you wasted 3 to 5 years of their career and did nothing with them. So, but yeah, in unison, basically, they was like, yeah, this sounds like bullshit, especially to be called a budget cut. So,
which is crazy to me, and especially in terms of contracts, because ROH basically they're ending in what I believe it's March is when everything will pretty much be done, and they release everybody from their contracts without any fucking like wait time, whatever. They're free to do whatever they want ASAP.
That's because I didn't realize that Sinclair Broadcasting was in huge debt, and that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
But you know, and to basically kind of bring it back with the Woods thing, you know, here it is. This guy has built this channel almost single-handedly. Like, he invited people to see the wrestlers in a different light. Like, they saw people like Corbin, Miz, Luke Harper, rest in peace, Brody Lee,
Adam Cole,
Adam Cole, Breeze, Cesaro, BRE Start with Dakota, Mia Yim, Shayna, and Jessamine. You know, he brought in all of these people, and they all bonded with games, and you started to see superstars in different lights and different things. And then, you know, for y'all to just be like, whatever, or I was telling the missus, if Up Up Down Down was to end right now, I would be okay, because I would rather it end right now with the memories I have than it becoming a shit show and them trying to figure it out.
True enough. I agree.
That's very fair. I gotta agree with
I'd
that.
rather it end now on this high note than to become a shit show. But that's what's going on with Up Up Down Down. In case people was wondering why there hasn't been any content, this is why. Once again, WWE doesn't want to create new superstars.
Because WWE is going to WWE.
Anyway,
I don't know.
If you want to shoot yourself in the ass and foot at the same time, WWE, you're really showing us how to do it.
Basically, right? You're not lying. All right, so before we roll into Dynamite, apparently, I guess Tony Khan did a press conference or interview or whatever, and he said when they switch to TBS, they're going to switch up the look of Dynamite. They'll see how it goes, and if it doesn't go right, they'll go back to the old set. So they have no issues with switching back if the new design doesn't work out when they go to TBS.
You hear that, NXT?
And that's a dope shit about AEW Tony Khan, because the thing about them is that they're not afraid to try shit. They're not afraid to take risk, because they can always go back. I think with WWE and all that, with Vince, I think there's so much pride and ego with them not wanting to basically take steps back or admit that, you know, they were wrong at doing this or trying this. They
didn't work out well.
They just silently kill shit and not really admit it. But Tony Khan goes up and says, you know what? Hey, we'll try this. If it doesn't work, all right, cool, no problem. We were wrong in this. And there's the thing about Tony Khan that I love so much, is the fact that there's so much accountability on his end, to the point to where you respect him so much more. And it's like, hey, if he fails, okay, there's no egg on his face. He just, hey, he tried it. Yeah. This is how to run a wrestling company, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah.
Well, that's because, once again, this is one, because, you know, I'm gonna ask y'all this question, and I don't know if y'all want to deep dive into it now, or y'all just might have short responses. But Tony Khan has realized he's, quote unquote, the face of his company, and we live in this society where everybody is quote unquote acceptable. I mean, not acceptable. Everybody's out there. Everybody's visible. Tony Khan isn't this man in the myths that's a shadow figure. He's in the forefront of his company, and stuff like this, and kind of what you were saying, Dizzle. Ashley had asked me, "Do you think it's time for Vince to step down and step away?" And I said, Vince should have stepped down and stepped away like 5 years ago.
I agree.
If we're really honest. But of course, pride won't let him do that because it's his company. And the thing is that he gets people like Trips and he gets people like Stephanie, a little bit of Bruce Pritchard, a little bit of John Laurinaitis to be like his face and his talking heads. But in reality, if he vetoes everything y'all saying to the press or this, that, and the other, what's the point of having these people? At least in Tony Khan's case, he knows that, hey, this is the company. This is what we're doing with the company. They're basically as transparent can be. The only thing we don't know is the contracts. But as far as everything else, they've been pretty transparent with everything in AEW. While WWE, we hit record profits, but we're going to cut 70 employees in the year. Well, where's
They're at over 100 right now, right? Since the pandemic.
In between 2020 and 2021, yeah, they're over 100.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, some people on the opposite end of this might be like, damn, they had over 100 like people to cut. I mean, fair enough, but at the same time, why the hell did you hold on to all these people then if you're just gonna keep them in the back with catering? They could have had plenty of careers in ROH, Impact, like wherever the hell else, New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you wanted to hog up all the town in the wrestling world. Wanted to give no competition to yourselves. Competition breeds innovation. Damn it.
But then though, to use a strong collegiate word, the temerity of WWE, because just because y'all scoop up all these people, that don't stop wrestlers from becoming wrestlers.
Right.
Like, just because y'all scooped up the top independent people, that just gave the next up to become the top independent people. Like, so the unmitigated gall, as Dizzle likes to quote from Stephen A., the unmitigated gall for them to even think that, we scooped up all these people, so that leads to competition with no one. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
I appreciate
Wrestlers
the bill.
keep coming. They keep producing wrestlers. People want to still be wrestlers. They might not want to wrestle for you anymore, but they still want to become wrestlers.
Yeah.
That's going to end up being the general consensus with everybody. Like, WWE is slowly but surely becoming not the place to go. It's becoming the opposite of what it had been. Because WWE used to be the promised land, for everybody to go to just to, be on a WrestleMania card. So,
yeah.
But it is what it is.
And then finally, of course, in that same press conference, Tony Khan said the Owen Hart Cup will be discussed more after Full Gear. He didn't want to intertwine the two.
I'm glad because I completely forgot about all that shit.
I kind of did too. But apparently after Full Gear, more announcements of the Owen Hart Cup, because apparently I guess they want to make it more bigger and more grander. So I guess maybe next week or the week after, we'll hear more details on the Owen Hart Cup. So there we go with the news. So we can roll into Dynamite.
Sure. Well, and that's a good thing about about the whole planning thing with AEW is that there's actually things in the pipeline because they're actually there's no spur of the moment shit. You know, there's always a plan at hand. So
yeah, Queen's Crown tournament.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes the plan gets leaked on Reddit, but
yeah, Survivor Series.
no, I was talking about Tony Khan's piece of paper.
Well, yeah, I know that. I'm
Oh.
just saying, just because of the bullshit. But yeah, I mean,
You
there's a
know-
part of me that's like Tony Khan meant to do that shit.
And you know,
Yeah.
even in that, that's still kind of like I leaked the card in a sense, but you
Still gonna watch?
motherfuckers still come watch it.
Yeah, you're damn right.
You motherfuckers will still be there.
Because the thing is, I don't think I've heard anybody bashing it, especially when it happened. It was more like, oh damn, all right, okay, I want to see that match. Okay, why is this like this? Okay, I want to see the build up to this. Let me see where this goes. Yeah. So
The
but
only
anyway,
thing we didn't get was what was it? CM Punk and Wardlow.
I don't think that would have made sense anyway. But you know,
No,
hey.
but CM Punk and Eddie Kingston is a lot better.
Oh, the drama that they've been doing. Oh my god.
You know what?
Well,
you know what? We'll get to Punk and Kingston when we get to their segment. But I will say this.
Right.
And we hate referencing each other companies. But this is how you book fucking go home shows.
Oh yeah.
Like, fuck. It's not that hard. It's really not.
Hell, this is how you book a fucking pay-per-view.
It's really not that hard.
Every show. Here's the thing. Every show, and this is a 2-hour show, every show has led up to something Full Gear related. Even if it's had matches that didn't have anything to do with Full Gear, just like this week's Dynamite, they were able to construct everything in a complete show and a go-home show all in one. Raw has 3 hours and still can't manage to do that shit for some odd reason.
Did you watch?
No, that's a funny question. No,
sorry,
no.
I watched Raw on Monday because morbid curiosity. I don't understand
spending your time better on elevation. Sorry, I don't
understand why is the show 3 hours. It's 3 hours of literally the same thing. Literally.
Ooh, I got it. Raw is 3 hours of the same thing because Vince has written it so many times because he has fucking dementia or something. He's like, you know what? Let's include these talking points and then everything in the next week. You know what? These two people need to talk like Vince. They just talked last week. Are you talking back to me? No. Go ahead. Put it in.
Well, it makes sense now.
It does.
For those of you who watched the Ruthless Aggression era, now things make sense. See, this when it's almost like watching a show and then like all of a sudden everything chronologically comes into play. It's like watching the Fast and Furious movies where it's not in chronological order at all.
No, it's not. But
when Vince had stated the only way for me to expurlative my company is to inject a dose of venom. And everybody thought he was talking about the NWO. This motherfucker was talking about creative. And this was future Vince talking. And that venom slowly sleeped its way into WWE. And it is slowly dying right now. There's that venom.
So I mean, literally watching Raw Monday, watching bits and pieces last week, it was almost a rehash. Almost a rehash. They altered certain pieces to not make it the exact, but it was almost a rehash. And to reference the Survivor Series video I did, they replaced Dominic with Bobby Lashley. But once again, you have 4 wrestlers who just came to Raw. Why should they care so much about defending Raw?
To prove
have all
themselves
the
loyal to their
situations.
new brands.
You have the situation with RK Bro. You still have the situation with Big E, Seth Rollins, and KO. Like, it's literally the same. The only thing that they established this Monday is Liv Morgan is the number one contender to Becky Lynch now. That's the only thing they truly established Monday, is that Becky Lynch will go against Liv Morgan. But sorry, we're not on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just see what happens, people, when it's the WWE effect that just tends to happen. But a good show though. AEW Dynamite started off with some fucking wrestling. Bryan Danielson versus motherfucking Rocky.
Jaeger, how are you feeling about the Best Friends being part of the Chaos stable?
I mean, it makes sense because Trent was already part of Chaos. To see that they're expanding, though, gives me like a little glimmer in my eye about the Forbidden Door opening a little bit further. Yeah, I was more surprised that Rocky was wrestling because I did not see the announcement for that.
Speaking of Rocky working because he was on Dynamite yesterday and he's on Impact tonight.
Bam! Doing that Chaos recruiting, I think.
Possibly. So officially, Best Friends is Cassidy, Trent, Chuck, Yuta, and Statlander.
Yeah. They have a shirt now showing all their skulls.
So now we have another stable within AEW with the Best Friends.
Which, I mean, I'm not mad at.
No.
They play their part. They're not overdoing anything really.
I mean, they need to stop fucking around with the Hardy family office, but that's a whole nother story.
You know what?
I'm pretty sure that was Scoot's favorite part of the show.
You know what? I'm sure it was.
I appreciate y'all. I got to dip. I gotta go. But Ashley did tell me apparently Brie Bella had a tweet and delete because she basically tweeted, "This is the happiest I've seen Brian in a long time."
Yikes.
And now the funny part is, like what Ashley said, we don't know what he could be talking about. She could be talking about the fact that he has 2 kids. But of course, everybody immediately went to the fact that he's in AEW. And let's face it, Brian is having him a hell of a time in AEW.
Yeah. He on a farewell tour.
Yes, he is.
That was something I read though, is that he might finish whenever this contract of his finishes with AEW.
I can see that.
I could see it too, but there's a part of me that doubts it, depending on how everything. Like, if he goes through these 3 years and he wrestles everybody that there is to wrestle on his list, then yeah, I can see him kind of finishing it up. But there's a part of me
with Minoru Suzuki, like, I'm pretty sure there's a few NJPW people like Okada, maybe Tanahashi, maybe who else? Maybe Naito, maybe a few others here and there, but I'm pretty sure this might be it for BD when it's all said and done with.
I mean, let's see, he's 40 now, so he'll be 43 by the time his contract ends. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna say the same thing for him that I said for Brady. I said for Brady back in 2016 that I was giving Brady 2 more years. Look where he at now. I give Bryan Danielson 2 more years after that.
So you're saying 45?
Okay. 45 to 46. So,
well, if he's going to wrestle Tanahashi, he's got to do it quick, man, because I think Tanahashi himself is like 45. I think older, maybe.
Speaking of Tanahashi, congratulations to Kenta for getting that belt up off of Tanahashi. So he's finally the
44.
U.S. champ.
44. Okay.
He's been seeking that belt for the longest, and he finally got it.
Oh, wait, nope, Jaeger, sorry, you're right. He's going to be 45 in like 2 days. So, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't know, but you got to remember, though, people in NJPW wrestle for a minute. So
Forever.
So it might still happen.
True.
But yes, this was a very solid match. I'm loving Danielson. I'm loving Danielson's aggressiveness he's showing in the ring.
Yeah.
This is why I'm so anticipating this match with him and Miro Saturday, because aggressive BD is an amazing BD.
That's what I love about this feud between these two, is because there is a huge contrast between these two. Like, you have Bryan Danielson, who is going in, like, every chance he can get is going in the ring and wrestling whoever he can. And you have Miro brooding, taking his spots, wrestling when he needs to wrestle. Just,
I mean, while we're here, we can go ahead and discuss it. Brian won, of course. That's the people.
Yeah, he did.
Brian
Look,
won.
Just for Rocky Romero with the running sliced bread, fucking love it.
Yes,
that was beautiful.
Let's go ahead and get into that promo. Miro straight told that man, "You might not see your wife again." So
no. What he said, and that's why I love the way he ended this shit. He said, "You may have to say goodbye to your wife.
You might say goodbye to your wife." That's what it was.
So I can say hello to mine. I was like getting chills on it now. His promo game on this shit is fucking crazy.
That's why, honestly, I really want to know why are the handcuffs so tight in WWE?
Man, promo
Y'all
game.
could have got this Miro or Rusev.
True.
He was there. If you were a watcher of Up, Up, Down, Down, all of his personality was on Up, Up, Down, Down. But when they got him to the ring, it was like, oh, here's the Bulgarian brute Rusev.
Because
he tried to show the personality with Rusev Day with Aiden English. People ain't really fucking with y'all. They just making fun of y'all. Motherfucker, what? people don't make fun and buy t-shirts.
I will hold on, wait. The Lily doll. People bought that shit.
They might have been fucking with that. To be honest, they might have been fucking with it. But I don't understand. Y'all had this Miro. Y'all had this guy in y'all's company, and you just let it fade away. But hey, I'm glad he is in the position he's in today.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what? Rusev had to walk so Miro could run.
Yes. Yes.
Good shit, yeah.
Like, I'll just leave it at that.
Man has a way with words.
He does. He's the heartthrob for a reason.
Let him whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Look, then we got some bullshit that then got stopped by some bullshit that turned into some more bullshit.
Oh, man.
So Inner Circle's coming out, and I was like, okay, so we're about to get some bullshit. All right, I don't know what we're about to get, whatever.
Fam. This was by far the most predictable shit.
Mm-hmm.
When has the Inner Circle ever stood at the entrance ramp that damn long? I don't know if American Top Team was late or they just really wanted to just milk that, but the Inner Circle has never stood at the damn entrance ramp that long.
They didn't even do it for their like reunion episode.
Exactly. Like,
This
I'm not gonna
this
lie.
whole thing,
I want this match to be good
But
enough,
quick.
but I'm not really caring, unfortunately.
You know what? I'll go ahead and say it. This is going to be my piss break match.
It possibly could be.
I don't want it to be. Mainly because I don't want Inner Circle in another match that I just don't give a shit about.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my main issues. So yeah. So
Also,
I was fine. Go ahead.
no.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, end of the year are, I'm just going to say it, too damn talented to be wasting their time on this, to be thrown into this.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm trying to think about who you could have put in besides Men of the Year for this. You could have put in FTR or the Pinnacle for this bullshit. But no, that would have continued the feud with Inner Circle. I'm not sure, but they didn't need this. You could have put in the fucking Factory or some dumb shit.
That would have been a real piss break then.
I mean,
Yeah.
fair, but it just like I'm already gonna take a piss break either way.
Damn.
I'm sorry, but
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This is probably this match, unfortunately, the only thing I feel is going to save this match for me that is under Street Fight rules.
Yeah.
But this match on this pay-per-view is as parallel as to Paul White versus QT Marshall on the last pay-per-view.
Well, hopefully it goes by relatively as fast.
And I hate saying that about Men of the Year, Guevara, Hager, Proud and Powerful.
You got all the right stars in it.
But like I said, maybe they could pull off some amazing shit. But as of now, I'm with Jaeger. This is my piss break match. This is my match to kind of stretch my legs. And I'm gonna be pissed off if it's the first match. So I'm like, shit. But
Nah, you know what? I would actually prefer that because then like you get the BS out the way.
True. And you could just focus on the rest of it.
Yeah.
My thing with this, I would have been fine with the beatdown had the shit look way more believable.
Mm.
Okay.
Because you had what's his name? Fuck. He's not in the match, but it's one of the guys that's in Bellator, and I can't remember his name right now.
Oh, the one of the undefeated guys.
Yeah, he was throwing elbows
Yeah.
on Jericho, and it's like you could tell
he was missing everything. Like,
he was like an inch away from Jericho's face, to where it's like, and then the funny thing about it is you had Scorpio Sky come in and like deck Jericho, and made it look way more believable and realistic than that shit. And I'm just like, you should have just Brock Lesnar to Randy Orton them. Then if that was the case, you're gonna do it like that. You might as well just go ahead and just go for broke, make it look fucking believable. Because I mean, you have legit fighters here.
Excuse me. Yes.
Do something to make it look believable. Because if this match does not end with somebody getting fucked up, or at least the illusion of somebody being fucked up, this is gonna be trash.
I'll one up your Brock Lesnar Randy Orton. I'll make it Lesnar to Cena when he was doing those 12-6 elbows.
Yes.
Busting his head open.
But I mean, we'll see. And then Lambert almost dropping Jericho on the powerbomb.
Jeez. Lambert looked like he was about to fall on his ass as he came
really
down.
did. He really did. He was not prepared for that.
Watch this shit be like the fucking sleeper match.
I'm telling you, watch.
You know what? Let me
like
be
match of the night.
Let me be pleasantly surprised, please.
Me too. I agree. I want this match to be a sleeper, but as of now, this is my least cared about match on the card.
Completely fair. Completely fair.
Same.
Cheeks forever.
Cheeks forever.
This match, of course, had Team DMD.
It was cheeks on both sides. This was just the cheekiest match you could get.
Good old Jamie Can't Hater against Gripping Leather and a J. Brazilian Booty Ty Conti, aka Cheeks for Weeks. And Tootsie Rosa.
Cheeks forever. Cheeks
forever.
To where Thunder Rosa even made reference to it in photos on IG. She made reference to the fact that it's just Cheeks for Weeks and Cheeks forever now. Adding Thunder Rosa. We had Cheeks for Weeks with Ty and Anna. Now with added Thunder Rosa, it's just Cheeks forever.
You heard that shit here first. I'm not. I don't give a shit where you heard it here first. We said it first.
Yes.
So if you are watching Tootsie Rosa,
I do like their TJ entrance though.
I do like that name, Tootsie Rosa. I like that name, by the way.
That is a good name.
Sometimes it just comes up, man. But yeah, this match was cool. I mean, it was serviceable. I'm not gonna say it was the best match, but it's again this whole thing with these trios matches. There's only so much you can do to make it a good match. And then on top of that, and I don't know if it's just with the women in a situation, but it's almost hard to get all the women on the same page when there's multiple women in one match like that. Of course, when you have them one-on-one, no problem. They got good chemistry, you're fine. But when you have a situation where you have a plethora of dynamics, where you have Thunder Rosa's experience, you have Britt Baker's experience in a way. Then you have Rebel, who doesn't have the repetition where she's wrestling day in, day out. Then Jamie Hayter, who's come back and now she's doing her thing. Then you have Ty Conti with her start, stop, stutter that she's still doing it. She's getting away from it, but she's still doing it. And then you got Anna Jay, who's still somewhat inexperienced herself, but still has experience. But my thing is that when you have all that in that melting pot, it affects the match and the fluidity of it to the point to where it's hard not to see the slowdowns in a match. So that's what kind of took me out of it. I still loved it. You know, it's good eye candy, and I don't want to put it in that context because that makes it seem very chauvinistic, and the fact that I'm only there to see the cheeks.
That's good.
But this match was still good, and it served a good thing at the end because it made Ty Conti look credible because it made Britt Baker was serviceable at this end point because she ran away from Ty, making her seem like a credible challenger to her title. So I'm not mad at that. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if y'all have anything to say on all the cheek action that we had.
I think you got it.
Oh. Well, speaking of Gripping Leather, Jungle Boy, Jungle Man, because he's getting bearded up,
getting the hair and all that. Yeah.
He is. He took on Anthony Bowens of the Acclaim, and Got a nice little reference to Anna J on there.
Mm-hmm. He says you leave your brother around 7 guys.
I mean, Bones wasn't wrong though. For the longest time, I thought Anna and Stu were like messing around.
I'm gonna
There
say
was
this.
a part of me that thought that too.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know how y'all feel personally, but I'm gonna say this. If I'm ranking tag teams in AEW, the Acclaim is easily in my top 3 right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no question. No
Easily.
question.
Like I am loving Caster and his raps. I'm loving Bowens and his intensity. I just wish they stopped losing so much, but hey, it's part of the plan. But yes,
Yeah.
I am loving the Acclaim. Loving these guys.
I want more for them as well, and I think they're in this low point where they're just being entertaining and having matches here and there. I mean, they're showcasing well. I mean, Anthony Bowens definitely did not look bad in this match.
Not at all.
He looked aggressive. He looked like he could have beat Jungle Boy.
Mm-hmm.
No problem there. But again, outside of the showcasing of all this, this was still meant for a bigger deal because then
And
after the match, go ahead.
I'm glad you kind of said this too. This is another reason why I'm loving AEW the way they do their go home show. You didn't have Jungle Boy, you didn't have Ty and Britt, you didn't have Danielson, and every time they keep saying, I'm surprised they keep wrestling, knowing they have matches Saturday. They keep emphasizing the fact that, hey, do you really want to do this knowing you have a high profile match Saturday? Do you really want to expend your energy? Do you really want to? I'm surprised they booked these matches. It's little nuances like that. Because here it is, Jungle Boy along with Luchasaurus and Christian going against the Super Click, got a damn Falls Count Anywhere match. So it's like Bonus could have been beating the shit out of Jungle Boy, and then here it is, Jungle Boy has to go in, beat the fuck up Saturdays, just like how we should see Inner Circle beat the fuck up going into Saturday against ATT. So there's another little nuances I like with AEW.
And here's the crazy thing about it too is that they future proof their shows and their storytelling because now with the introduction of Bobby Fish attacking Jungle Boy after this match, there's more of a what the fuck is going on, and then from there getting the whole backstage segment with Fish and then the Super Click to be like, okay, well now we got something else going on over here. So it's not just the focus of Super Click versus Jurassic Express. It's like, okay, we know this match is happening, but what the fuck is going on over here? So now we have something to look forward to, regardless of who wins and loses this match. We now know that there's a storyline going on with Young Bucks, Adam Cole, and Bobby Fish. So
I've really seeing Bobby Fish join up with them, or not join up with them so much, but revealed that he was aligned with them in some way. I really think it's a soft setup for Kyle O'Reilly to come in.
oh yeah, we're definitely getting Red Dragon.
It's a soft setup for a lot of things, including. Well, we'll discuss that when we get there.
Well, I mean, look, this whole thing won't be disputed.
It won't be.
No.
But it might shock the system, though.
It could shock the system. That'll be one era for the ages. But It is what it is. But from there, which of course now we got Bobby Fish and Jungle Boy on Rampage. So Jungle Boy's still not. He's gonna be pulling triple duty this week.
See, even then, 24 hours before a Falls Count Anywhere, Jungle Man got to go against Fish, and we know Fish is going to go in to try to main.
Yeah,
absolutely. So, but from there we got Wheeler Yuta being main completely
Speaking of,
by
has anybody checked on that man?
he might be all right. Somewhere he's
Because
breathing, I'm sure.
who boy?
You know, it's funny that every BTE where there's like a match with the best friends, which I mean, it feels like every week there is, and Wheeler Yuta takes the pin. They show Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Wheeler in the hotel room, and Chris Stat there too. And like Chuck's trying to coach him through the match. He's like, "You see right here? See right here? What didn't you do when at this moment?" He's like, "Kick out." He's like, "Yeah, you feel that second thud, you need to like just get the shoulder up or something, like just kick out." And like as he's finishing up his little coach segment, you have Stat like put him in a sleeper or some kind of a thing, or like attacking him, and he's just over here like dying. So I have a feeling we're gonna get that again next BTE. Like,
He couldn't do nothing with this one. This was all war though.
yeah, that was all war.
Like,
let's not take away from what the whole thing was about this, because there was somebody that was in the crowd. This was all about. There was one Matt Hardy, the CEO of the HFO. Scoot. See, I mean, look, Scoot can't show his excitement on screen because he's so happy that Matt Hardy is actually on TV. Right now, he is jumping for joy. He is, I mean, look.
My mic is still on. No, I just don't want to be seen with my face. Because
it's full of smiles. Like, you're ear to ear right now.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it then. Fuck
shit.
It. Go ahead and discuss this bullshit that we keep seeing. Go ahead.
Basically,
I mean, go ahead, man.
HFO came in and they jumped on best friends, and so now we're gonna get Hardy and Cassidy at, I think, what, Rampage? That's it, I think.
Wait, so we're getting Hardy and Cassidy again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's about it.
Don't do the WWE thing.
And how Private Party is still in the fucking top 5 is beyond me.
They haven't seen any time in a while, but I guess that's okay because then that just keeps their record solid.
That's crazy. But whatever.
Not the wins. Hey, wins and losses matter, man.
But speaking of tags, to a nice ass fucking tag match.
Okay.
Matt Sydal, Lee Moriarty versus Dante Martin and Leo Rush.
This might have been match of the night.
And see, just like how we discussed before, guess who got the wrestling bug bit back into him?
For real though.
Oh yeah. I knew it was gonna happen. That's the thing about Leo Rush that I enjoy, because the fact that he is so short in stature, but his in-ring.
Wait. Hardy and Orange Cassidy is a lumberjack match.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Lumberjack match. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the HFO and then
the best
friends around the ring. Which that would make sense for a lumberjack match, but I don't want all the random AEW wrestlers around the ring. I want just HFO and best friends. Leave it at that.
You know, when I would first watch lumberjack matches and they pretty much cleared the locker room to fill the ringside, I thought that was a little cool because then you'd get like people, like random feuds be readdressed throughout the match, but that element's not here.
That's when lumberjack matches made fucking sense in WWE. Well, I'm sorry, in WWF at the time, because it made sense, because it wasn't something that you saw all the fucking time. And then it's just used as a fucking hey throwaway match. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. We need to do something with all those people in catering. Hey, guys, go out there, have a lumberjack match so the creative team can go and have lunch right now because you guys are taking up all the spots. That's all it was. And now that's what they use the 24/7 championship for. But anyway.
Oh my God. No. Monday. Oh shit. Oh.
Was there a lumberjack match?
24/7 championship match between Reggie and Drake Maverick. Truth and his brigade started to come down to the ring with his refs. Truth and I forgot who it was starts to get attacked by the Hurt Business, Shelton and Cedric for some crazy reason. Drake rolls up. Reggie becomes the new 24/7 champion. So Reggie walks in champion. Drake gets the title. Drake then gets rolled up by Tozawa. So Tozawa is new 24/7 champion. Tozawa then gets rolled up by Corey Graves. Corey Graves is now new champion. Saxton rolls up Corey Graves. Saxton is now champion.
Two of these are commentators.
Yes.
Okay.
Who rolled up Saxton? Somebody rolled up Saxton, became 24/7 champion, ran back in the ring to get hit by Reggie. Reggie is now the new 24/7 champion again. So 7 people, 7 title switches with the 24/7 championship in the span of like 3 minutes.
What?
Yeah, it was a clusterfuck.
In 3 minutes.
Back the hardcore title if that was the case, but
it was a clusterfuck.
Whatever.
It was a cluster. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. But
it just jogged my memory that you brought that up.
This is why I enjoyed Lio Rush so much, mainly because when he's in the ring, you don't notice his stature because he's so believable with his offense to the point to where it's like, yeah, anything he's doing is believable. I can see him take this person because of how he delivers his offense. He's speedy. He's speedy.
Dude,
and he's effective. Yeah. But I also like how during this match, his experience played a factor in this because he was calling shots for Dante Martin, especially like when he tagged him in, especially when it comes to the finish where he was like, okay, now do it now.
Yeah.
Like it was just everything was on point, and I love that. So yeah, we need I need more from this team because Dante Martin is going to learn so much from Lio Rush, and that's not to say he didn't learn anything from Matt Sydal, but I think it just makes more sense with Lio Rush.
Something that should be noted that's relevant is that
no, go ahead.
Oh, something that should be noted that's a little relevant is that on Dark we had Dante Martin versus Kazarian.
Yeah, I saw that scroll at the bottom. Yeah, at the bottom I saw that Dante Martin went against Kazarian and won.
Yeah, and he won with Lio Rush's like help, like tripping Kazarian like under the ropes or something. And Kaz didn't take that too well, but like he was like over here chewing out Lio and Dante at the end of the match. But
wait, Kaz chewing them out?
Yeah, Kaz like, yeah, your boy helped you, like this and that, like this guy did this and that for you. And
Dante Kaz, like Kaz. I was like, wait, Taz.
Oh no, oh no, Kaz with the K. But it was just interesting to see that. I don't know. I guess Dante Martin's taking a slow heel turn.
Yeah, I like the slow burn aspect. And even if he doesn't go full on heel, I think it's still good to at least help him get that edge, if that's the case.
For sure.
So, yeah. So it'll be interesting when his brother actually gets back to see.
I'm just about to get ready to ask, what's the timetable on his brother?
Well, if there is one.
Come here. Loki, come here.
Because I'm pretty sure he probably gonna just join right away. I'm hoping.
I don't know. I'd kind of like to see his brother come back and be like, "The fuck are you doing?"
I'm pretty sure that's probably how it's gonna start off for a little bit, and then his brother gonna come around and.
Yeah, I would kind of like to see it being like a dramatic turn though. Like he's gonna be out there, and then something's gonna happen where he ends up turning on the face, whoever Dante's facing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, never mind. He won't be back till next year. So he was out for 12 months, and this is back in April. So
Damn. What happened to him again?
ACL.
Oh
Shit.
yeah, he hurt. Okay.
Yeah, that's Dunzo.
Excuse me. Yeah, he hurt.
Stone Cold
But,
Steve Austin
yeah.
hurt.
He'll be back though. He'll be back. He
Oh,
got
yeah.
plenty of time.
Now,
He's still
the
young.
one thing I was intrigued on, what was that move Leo was trying to do when he was sitting on the turnbuckle and Dante was behind him? I was
I guess
wondering.
he was gonna jump off of Dante.
Like I
Get
was
some
trying to
extra
figure out
height.
what move they were trying to do with that before it got interrupted. Because I would have loved to see what was going on with that one.
I assume whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
it would have probably been something nice. Who knows?
Maybe a shooting star.
From there, get an interesting match. Bastard Pack versus Dax Harwood. Oh, I love the very beginning of this match.
See, I missed the beginning.
Oh, it was a whole bunch of just technical shit, just them going toe to toe and shit, and then you get that whole thing where they're just going move for move, and then they stand up, face shut, and the crowd just goes crazy.
The crowd was chanting, "This is wrestling."
Yes, which it is, because that chant was warranted, just like every chant for every match on this show was warranted. Not the bullshit where you have to. There's a difference with NXT, and it was NXT 2.0 with how there's no denying it. They are being coerced into chanting certain things.
Absolutely.
Because there's just no way that you just have these robotic chants of "This is awesome," "Fight forever," shit that's just not deserving of certain matches. This is the difference between the two crowds. These crowds were almost like a New Japan crowd where they don't have to give too much noise for a fucking match. They're sitting actually watching the matches and giving the appropriate noise for when it's warranted.
Yeah.
So that way it makes more sense. And the good thing about that is that you never get that fan burnout because everybody's they're involved and they're invested into the match. And then just like when you have the beginning of where Pac and Dax Harwood were going back and forth, and they finally get up to stare at each other, the fans appreciate it, and then they chant, "This is wrestling," because it is. Because you have a primarily tag team wrestler in Dax Harwood, and of course you have an amazing professional wrestler in Pac going toe to toe.
Mm-hmm.
Because in most cases you wouldn't expect this. If you have a premier single star going against one half of a tag team, you wouldn't expect these matches. You would expect the single star to go over on the one half of the tag team because of the fact that it's a tag team wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
It's not supposed to be treated like that. Even though they're in a tag team, they're still individual wrestlers, and that's how it should be treated. So
was it in this match where commentary was like, in order to be a great tag wrestler, you have to be like a greater singles wrestler or something like that?
I believe so.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
It make that statement makes sense. Because usually a lot of great tag teams can usually hold their own WWE, But a lot of great tag teams can wrestle by themselves. They don't have to necessarily be strictly in tag matches.
Yep.
Correct. But throughout this, I mean, of course, there's another match. Good match that was meant for a setup. And I'm glad that because AEW is doing better at these types of matches where they may be a throwaway match, quote unquote, that leads it to, that's meant for a setup for something else. But at least they're giving us good matches in these setup matches for something else. And of course, Dax Harwood tapped out to Pac. Of course, you get Cash Wheeler coming in to help with the beatdown on Pac, but then the lights go out. And then you get, when the lights come back on, Andrade, Malachi Black, standing next to Dax and Cash over Pac. This is the third time that
you're going to run into a lot of people.
That this quartet has been together.
All right, so I'm going to read you something right quick. Right now, House of Black is just a name for the fan base. He thought about adding people in. The first person he mentioned was Abaddon, saying that it would be great to help her create a foundation and get established. He then went on to mention Butcher, Blade, and Brody King.
They would actually make fucking sense.
So oh my God. Make sense. They would all make sense.
Oh my God.
It would be so much better paired with Black than what they would with HFO.
Yes. Anybody. HFO, nothing. Let me stop my HFO hate. But HFO can FOH.
This is interesting. Discussing the potentials of House of Black because not thinking because I never once considered Butcher and Blade because
Me neither.
They're so
not in House of Black, but damn, I want them out of the HFO so bad.
Yeah, because they're so wrapped up in it. That's why it never crossed my mind. But Butcher, Blade, and Bunny in House of Black would actually make a lot more fucking sense than the nonsensical shit that they're doing with HFO. Abaddon is too cliche for me. You know, it's cool. You know, I get it could help her, but it's still very cliche.
I mean, I don't know. The guy runs around in a mask and, I mean, beautiful entrance, but has a mask with antlers all around it, which kind of gives me like Wiccan or witchy vibes. So I can see Abaddon fitting in, not necessarily. I mean, cliche may it be, but it works.
Yeah. But look, my main pick is still motherfucking Buddy Matthews. I thought that's what it was going to be with the whole vignette because it seemed like some MCU type shit where you think of Mox breaking out and then you have the whole thing with Malachi Black being cross-examined basically, and then you have Buddy Matthews like in the fucking cell and shit, and I'm like, yo, this are they building towards something? Like, cause look, I don't know who's doing the fucking production for these fucking vignettes, but keep it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what has me interested for Full Gear because I don't know what's going on with these four individuals. Well, and Tully, of course. But I don't know. But of course, the funniest thing in the show happened during this segment because you had Lucha Brothers come out to save Pac. Of course, their third leg in Death Triangle. But the funniest part was when you had Alex A running down with the tag titles behind them.
Right?
Oh, I'm like, bro, why you got the tag titles? You don't
Not
need
only
that.
that, not only that, but he ran out there as if he was gonna get in there and do something. Like that was even the funnier part. Like he ran out there like he was gonna go out there and do something.
No, and then you had a good old Shield entrance.
Oh yeah, I forgot Cody came out. Jesus, I completely. It's and you know it's funny because it's because he came out through the crowd that I was like, oh, that's interesting, but it's the fact that he came out through the crowd and it completely left my mind. But he came in and he went straight for Malachi, obviously, but
I don't know. My feelings toward him have drastically changed over the past few months.
mine
No,
stayed
for
the
me,
same. It just
mine's been the same since the Homelander entrance
I
against
think so. I
Go-Go.
think the whole him and the go-go thing might have started to change some things for me. And I just don't know how to feel about
I just want. What city
Cody.
were they in where he got booed so heavily?
But
Because
you know,
I'm on par with that crowd. Nothing against Cody, but damn, man, like change your direction.
mm-hmm.
I mean, look, something's gonna happen with Cody. I think again, there's so many storylines that's going on that I think he's waiting for that moment to just, hit them hard with something because I don't know.
Didn't want to
But
give it, but had to play keep away.
I'm pretty sure. No. I'm pretty. Something's gonna happen after Full Gear. I don't think we're gonna see anything at Full Gear pertaining to Cody, unless it's something that causes them to lose. If that's the case, then maybe. But we'll see. But for the main event segment, contract signing.
Yeah.
Hangman, Adam Page, and Kenny Omega.
I missed a lot of this. I
What?
saw the end. I was streaming with the ninjas.
Okay.
So I missed a lot of the dialogue between the two.
Oh, okay.
But I did see the last couple of minutes of this. But
you must have loved it then.
Oh, you mean the Master of Disguise?
What? Huh?
I love that movie, man. He played that role perfectly.
Carver?
Y'all know how I feel about fucking Don Callis. I thought he was gone for good.
That means he did his job.
Yeah, he addressed that.
Sat there.
Y'all got
it.
He
was pulling. Look,
y'all got it.
You see him in that ebony black drip? I mean,
fuck
this man.
Nuh-uh, I'm back.
This man.
Hold on. I'm back. Fuck that. No.
That ebony black, man. Come on.
It was too predictable because there's never been a cameraman to be in the ring like that. And I was like, it's fucking Don Callis.
Nah, man.
But
here's the thing. This man, he's a on-screen character. He humbled himself to do cameraman work. That right there.
He even put on a mustache, a goatee.
Yep.
This is almost as bad as my no face, no case situation, guys. Letting y'all know that. This is almost in the same parallels as the no face.
So then you are admitting that the assailants that jumped Darby Allin.
There was no face, no case. Once again.
Well, then if you're going to say there was no face, no case, then you cannot deny the drip of Don Callis.
The fuck I can. Oh, I can. But what was some of the dialogue said between Kenny O and Hangman?
Basically, from Hangman's perspective, he kind of kept it short and sweet. He said, "The sooner I sign this contract, means the sooner I can get the Full Gear and beat you for that championship." Signed it.
Okay,
that was it. And then I went over to Kenny. He sat there, and he kind of just wavered for a little bit, pretended like he was going to sign, didn't sign, and finally got on the mic and he said, basically, to paraphrase, from him and the Bucks, they seen so much in him. They wanted so much more for him, and he talks
They were
about
willing to give it to him.
Mm-hmm. Like,
That's
but he
why
just didn't, he wants, like, even when he wanted to turn their back on them, they still wanted to take him in. And you talk so much about being a cowboy and this and this and this. You said you got to get back on that horse. When you fall off, it's like, but that's not what happened. See, every time you fell, we were the ones that were picking you up and putting you on that horse. And it's like, so, and then Hangman went back and said, yeah, I remember when they had that match at Full Gear last year.
Mm-hmm.
Said he stood over his body. He said, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And the way that Hangman took it was more condescending and snarky than actually genuine. And
what was it? If I remember correctly, he said something like, "I realized then that you weren't saying you're proud of me to like cheer me up or like bring me or bring me back up from the loss. You're telling me that you're proud of me because you're scared of me, and you're worried about me achieving the status that you have."
a nice little nod to Kota Ibushi.
Oh, he's like, if you're worried about me, like beating you like another tag partner of yours or something like that.
He's like, right now I'm in the position that you were because yeah. So I forgot. But yeah, he
gave a great little nod to Kota.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect timing on it too. So then, of course, Kenny gets in his bag, and so he's like trying to be more genuine. He's like, no, I do hope we can go in there and have a good match. Let's go out there and kill it. I just want to shake your hand so we can go out there.
I saw from that part.
Yeah,
I saw from the handshake on.
And that's where he then said that line when they shook their hands. Said, yeah, I'm proud of you. I wish the best for you. And then of course, then you get the surprise of the night, that cameraman attack.
No.
I was like, who is this random cameraman to have the audacity to attack this challenger?
From my eyes, I was like, wow, I did not see this coming. Because this man, Don Callis, is a complete showman. I mean, not only
I legitimately thought he grew facial hair for this.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm only sad, but I know he's planning on something fantastic for Full Gear. I'm sad we didn't get to see him in any type of suit, in any type of Don Callis-esque suit.
I don't know, man. That shirt and pants looks pretty designer. I don't know.
I think, if I'm right, I mean, it may be a little hot, but I know Don Callis can handle it. And I think we may get some alligator print, powder blue tuxedo.
Ooh.
I mean,
dude, you
with
awake over
there? With some annihilated gators.
Annihilated gators. Oof.
I'm just saying, Scoot. I know seeing Don Callis left you speechless. But do you have anything to say on Callis?
Oh, he's asleep.
I think he passed out from the excitement. You know how they do at Michael Jackson concerts?
Yeah.
Going crazy. And I think there's that slow descent.
Yeah, it looks like that's what might have happened.
Gonna be all right, Scoot. That man is gonna be. He's gonna be.
You know what though? As much as a baby blue suit would be beautiful on him, I think he should match Kenny's hair color and go for that little blue dye in there, like a midnight blue.
I see.
Match your champ. Yeah.
I do have to say this because I don't know. I don't know if this was a happy accident for them, or if they just gimmicked this shit. But the blood.
Oh, that was actually really good. I liked that.
Yeah, it was to write the contract.
To sign it in blood.
Yeah.
Who knows? yeah,
Hangman's
that
in the
was
belt.
Dynamite.
God damn, guys.
That was Dynamite in a nutshell. We're gonna wrap this up because we got to get into these predictions.
We do.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
Yeah, you mentioned we were going to do the point system again, and how we were going to leave this thing with a winner one way or another again.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty intrigued on how you plan about doing this.
Yeah,
For,
indeed.
for those of you watching, y'all should be too.
Y'all
But
should be too.
To keep this short and sweet, you see all the tags down, all the taglines. You know where to find all these guys. You know where to get the motherfucking smoke from. Ladies, you know who to send your number to. And the panties and all the accoutrement that you need to send, all the gift baskets for Loki and all the other good shit. You know where to come find your positivity at. Weather. Loved it, hate it. Don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Hit that notification bell to catch everything that's been going on lately and more to come, of course. Jaeger After Dark, Jaeger Elevation. You got your Scoots is killing it with this new WWE cover and shit. Breeze Tag is up there. Hot Tag, Tag Me In, Tag Tier List. There's a lot of T's going on. But regardless of the fact, most importantly, don't forget to mother effing subscribe. And as I give it too sweet to my bros, bada 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 bam. And I bid you all adieu, and until you see these beautiful, beautiful, handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices. Till next time, you beautiful mother effers. Tag the fucking out.